House of Blackpool Combat Club. It's Pro Wrestling Summit. You already know what it is. Happy Sunday morning. It's the morning time. It's the morning time. I got a bludder and it's the morning time. No knowledge? Hello?
Tatum?
Are you okay?
Just real quick, it's House of Blackpool Combat Club, right?
House of Blackpool Combat Club. Speaking of blooders,
yeah.
Fucking Hangman Adam Page got assaulted with a fucking screwdriver from fucking Bryan Danielson, the most professional wrestler in the world, decided to produce a screwdriver out of his pocket and stab Hangman in the head repeatedly.
I mean, if you want to solidify yourself as a heel, just stab your opponent in the head with a screwdriver.
Dude, he was being really mean. He was like, nobody loves you. It's fucking great.
But the whole point is, right, in wrestling, you want to keep it pretty much as real as possible, and he's not wrong. So
I mean, listen, man, in the professional wrestling business, I think it's very hard to love somebody who's a professional wrestler because they love themselves so much.
Yeah, Adam Page really loves himself as a professional wrestler. So
yeah. I don't love him as a professional wrestler.
Most people don't. That's why he can't get over as a face.
You know who I do love as a professional wrestler, though? Jay White.
Oh, my God.
We're going to talk about that on the clips a little bit more in depth and debuts and shit like that. But let me just quickly...
What a great Monday After Raw AEW had. Oh, wait. Monday After WrestleMania. Damn it. House of Blackpool Combat Club.
The Wednesday after WrestleMania for AEW was awesome.
Yeah, but
it's what Monday night should have been.
That's kind of what I was trying to say.
I know, but you worded it fucked up, and I don't want people to get confused like you were last week.
I've never once confused anyone in the audience as to what everybody knows exactly what I say at all times.
Right. Okay. Well, anyway, Blackpool Cuckold Club. Shit! House of Blackpool Combat Club. No, listen, man. Jay White, fucking what a signing for AEW. Holy shit. I thought for sure we were going to see Jay White in WWE. I am curious to know how much the WWE sale affected his decision.
I mean, they must have been cluing him in, because I'm sure that he wanted some guarantees, and some of those guarantees.
What do you mean, like money or booking guarantees?
Booking guarantees.
So kind of like what they did for Dragon Lee, like you're gonna get fast tracked to through the system and be up on the main roster within a year,
and we'll actually book you, and
right.
Vince won't have a hand in it,
right?
And and when they probably couldn't say, yeah, we can do that, he probably saw the writing on the wall. And what a statement to make. I got to think that they were going to bring him back in a different way. I really do think they were going to bring him back in a different way. But I think it was a statement to just have him come out as soon in the show as he did and basically say, hey, you got nothing with WWE this year after WrestleMania. We're giving you stuff right off the bat.
What a great job by Tony Khan to understand the marketplace, because he is a fan at the end of the day. He is not looking at this from a business person's sports entertainment standpoint. He's looking at this as a fan. What is the biggest way to make an impact for a guy who everyone thought was going to sign with WWE? Oh, what are you going to do? Oh, you're going to just fucking have the guy run out in the fucking middle of the ring, start beating people up? A main guy. I mean, not like he got involved at the end of the show, cliffhanger. No, he came out the fucking first 3 minutes of the show.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I love the fact that he's teaming with Juice Robinson. They're doing the Bullet Club thing. I love all that. I love the fact that Jay White is smart enough to understand that even though he lost a loser leaves New Japan match, what's going to happen when they do Forbidden Door?
Yep.
He's going to be forced to wrestle.
Yep. And
there's his foot back in the door to New Japan.
Right.
So now he can double dip. He would have never been able to do that with WWE.
Well, and this also opens up the door to bring more Bullet Club members into AEW.
Yeah. Ace Austin, fucking Chris Bay. I mean, some Impact guys. They already have a working relationship with Impact. They can bring in these guys and literally build up Bullet Club again.
Yep.
Which is wild.
Yeah. They don't have to call them the club.
They can call them the Bullet Club and sell Bullet Club AEW shirts.
Yep. That's going to be huge.
AEW Bullet Club, AEW branded Bullet Club stuff, dude, it's going to fucking sell out. Like, you're not even going to be able to get your hands on the shit.
I mean, just look, and might not be the greatest example, but look at when WWE started selling NWO stuff. You know, that stuff went quick, and people went nuts for it.
It's funny, dude, the comparisons that people make with WCW and AEW. And I see some of the comparisons, but in other respects, I'm like, it's so far removed from that. Because he understands. Mm-hmm. Tony... Listen, man, people can say what they want. I'm very harsh on Tony about his booking and, like, what he does, because I think that you should be fucking harsh with somebody, especially with their booking, because it's only going to make it better. He has an innate ability to understand the wrestling fan that other promoters do not have, because they're looking at it from a business lens. He already has money. He's not trying to make $1 billion from this company. He owns this wrestling company because he wants to own this wrestling company. It's not a necessity for him. He owns fucking 9 other businesses. Like, he's involved in major sports franchises. Like, it's fucking crazy the amount of work that guy has. The fact of the matter is that while I am very critical of him in his booking decisions, he does do a lot of shit right. And it's little things. It's not big, overt, he doesn't make the best decisions on match finishes. Like, his finishes are not like, I wouldn't even put them at like a 3.
I mean, it's not just match finishes, but also just story finishes. Some things are just left... confusing.
Well, okay, but here's a perfect example of doing it right. You take a guy like Jay White and you put him with a guy who's been having trouble connecting with the AEW audience in Juice Robinson. Mm-hmm. The fans in Japan love him, but the fans here really just have not connected with the rock hard Juice Robinson. I like it, but I am in a very, very small minority of people, because I like crazy weird shit, and I like the shit that's not over. Mm-hmm. Because if it's over, then it loses something for me. It's not special. You know what I mean? Like Eddie Kingston, I was on the bandwagon too late with Eddie Kingston, and I fucking love Eddie Kingston. I fucking do. I think Eddie Kingston's great. But getting back to Jay White, he brought him in to the fucking fold with Juice Robinson. Now Jay White is instantly gonna get Juice Robinson over, because Jay White is so over already. Mm-hmm. And it was such a big deal, because when the music hit and those blades, you heard the blades, the entire collective place went, oh! And that is the most authentic shit from wrestling fans, because when they really do that, it's a moment. You have something there, and you need to capitalize on it. And I'm glad that he didn't have him out there for fucking 25 minutes cutting promos and fucking doing all this sorts of other fucking crazy bullshit. No, he had him come out, beat the fuck out of this guy, and then bounce. Yep. See you the fuck later, not to be heard from again for the rest of the show.
And there are so many possibilities here. Bullet Club versus the Elite, Bullet Club versus Blackpool Combat Club. There's Jericho Appreciation Society. There's so many possibilities of different avenues they can go.
Bro, there's so many teams.
Yeah.
There's just so many teams.
And even more brilliant, you bring Jay White in, an international star, and then you announce, hey, our biggest show of the year is going to be at the 90,000 seat Wembley Stadium.
Not the arena.
No,
not Wembley Arena,
right.
Which holds like 60. I don't know, something like that.
But the 90,000 seat Wembley Stadium. That's also after you just got pissed off with the WWE, and hey, UK, they fucked over your entire wrestling industry. So here's another option for you to come and watch with international stars that you connect with already.
You know what's going to be great? When Drew McIntyre headlines that show.
Oh, what steal that would be.
It's going to happen, dude. He wants out. I mean, his contract's ending. He was hugging Sheamus and shit after the match. Like, they didn't show it on TV. People were sharing fucking fan photos of them fucking hugging in the ring. He doesn't want to... Listen, man, he understands that there are more avenues because he's been out there already. He worked back to WWE.
And he made his money. And now he can go and explore other avenues.
His art.
Yep.
Now, just like Danielson, dude, it's no different from Danielson. Danielson went and made his money. He's he's well taken care of. I mean, not only that, but I mean, his wife is a Bella. So, like, there you go.
Yeah.
Or not anymore. They're what are they?
I forget what their name is now.
Garcia.
Yeah.
The Garcia. Is it Garcia? I don't think it's Garcia. Anyway, whatever. The Bella twins. I still call them the Bella twins.
Right.
But, like... Think about that, dude. You're headlining Wembley, and oh my God, Drew McIntyre is going to be available. Like 2 months before, 3 months before that.
Yep.
Isn't that fucking hella interesting? Now, I'm not saying that they need Drew McIntyre to headline that show because they can do it themselves, dude. The UK fans are rabid for wrestling, and especially AEW because they haven't been over there.
Right. They haven't seen any of this live.
Now just think about what that atmosphere is going to be like with all the UK chants that they're going to be doing in the crowd.
I mean, just look at Clash at the Castle and how huge that was, you know? And that was a mediocre show. Now, with things they've already seen before.
Yeah.
Now you're going to give them an opportunity. Fresh, new opportunity with an alternative that didn't destroy your wrestling industry.
And you know for fucking hella sure that they're going to be over there for the 2 weeks prior doing shows.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Building up to, you know what I mean, working with local talent.
I honestly wouldn't be shocked if they were sold out before they even got there.
Oh, no, they're selling out. Yeah. I don't even know when the tickets go on sale, but it's going to sell out, like, immediately. Like, without anybody, no matches announced, no nothing. Like, this is what's happening. I mean, just from the internet wrestling community in the UK, they're like, oh, my God, I can't fucking wait. This is, like, what I've been waiting for. I'm like, oh, man, they are going to fucking, that place is going to be bananas. And then as soon as that thought entered my head, I went, oh my God, dude, Drew is going to be fucking available, dude. He's going to bounce, and he's going to end up headlining this motherfucking show at Wembley. What a fucking steal that would be for AEW.
And he could come in as a major face for that, clearly. And I mean, you need a major face that's going to challenge MJF for his title because there is no major face that can go up against MJF.
I don't think, honestly, bro. I don't think MJF's gonna have the title much longer.
I mean, he's not doing much with it, and
it's not even that he's not doing anything with it. He doesn't need the belt. Like it is a showpiece for him, but he is so much bigger than the belt. That's the problem. Is he doesn't need it because he's bigger than the belt. He's surpassed it.
I just feel like you need a clean baby face, because that AEW doesn't really have a clean baby face.
Jungle Boy Jack Perry isn't a clean baby face?
He has gotten himself he's gotten his hands dirty on more than a few occasions. He's willing to kind of stretch the boundaries a little.
Well, I mean, we know that Darby is not in that not in that category.
Maybe an Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, Wardlow.
Even Wardlow. Wardlow's willing to push the boundaries.
Wardlow will fucking powerbomb you 26 times.
And we've had this conversation before where wrestlers today are trying to be more of the Stone Cold thing, but you know what? Sometimes you just need a John Cena. You need a very clean babyface that no matter how much you push them, they're not willing to stretch the rules.
Well, not only that, dude. I think that you would be under the same opinion that I am, that if Drew McIntyre went to fucking AEW, he would be the top guy.
Oh, yeah.
In the company. I mean, just from a sheer size standpoint, he's by far the biggest guy in the company, except for maybe Big Bill. Because he's a fucking Big Cass, a big motherfucker, dude. He's 7 feet tall, legitimately, and a giant-bodied fucking man.
Yeah, and you can't teach that.
Speaking of Big Cass, Enzo just got fired from MLW. I don't know what the fuck's going on now.
Not really a surprise there.
Yeah. But I think that headlining with a guy of that ilk, I mean, just think about how crazy that show's gonna be.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fucking it's gonna be insane. Because they are doing something that the last time that somebody did it was WWE in '92. When they did fucking Davey Boy Brett at Wembley. Which was a crazy fucking show because Davey was smoking crack, I guess, like right before.
And you know the I
mean, I'm not trying to spit fucking terrible shit, but Bret Hart said it in his book, man. I'm just repeating.
It's been out there.
I'm just reporting what Bret Hart said. I'm not trying to fucking disparage the motherfucker.
But they'll pull out all the stops for it. Everyone who is anyone will be booked on that show. They'll have crazy different types of matches on there. They're going to have something for everyone, you know?
Dude, if I was them, I would try to do something in regards to a ladder match, like a London Bridge ladder match or something, where like it's they have the set, and the set is like the bridge like on the top of the set over the ring to protect it from weather as well, but it can also fucking house like a little metal bridge, and the fucking title can hang from the bottom of the set. It would be kind of cool, like a London Bridge ladder match. Like, as juvenile and stupid as that sounds, that would be totally over, and people would be buying T-shirts. 60 G's, baby!
Instead of a weapon on a pole match, it's a weapon on the Big Ben match. You have one of the turnbuckles be like a model of Big Ben. You have to climb up it and grab the fucking weapon.
Dude, if Chevy Chase is not involved in that Big Ben match, I'm gonna be fucking really pissed off. Look, kids, Big Ben.
Chevy Chase is all elite.
I would buy his merchandise, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I really like Chevy Chase.
I mean, if he doesn't debut as Griswold, how do you not book that? That's just
he should just come out and be like, "I'm not Clark Griswold, I'm Fletch."
He's gonna be like Mick Foley and come out as all of his personalities in the show.
Oh, I love that, bro. Oh, I would be fucking so into that. But yeah, man. I mean, listen, dude. Tony, like we were talking about, man, just does shit right. Sometimes he gets it right, and it's really good when he gets it right.
Well, that's the thing is with Tony, it's with TK, it's there's no middle ground. There's no like that was just okay. He either misses big, or he fucking nails it. And for a lot of the people that he's introduced, for a lot of the big matches that he's booked, he's gotten it right. And this Jay White thing, it was booked perfectly. You gave everybody a taste without oversaturating it and just letting him dominate the show and making it boring. I mean, with the Wembley Stadium thing, you announced it at the right time, right after WrestleMania. You think that's the biggest show of the year. Here's what's coming to you, you know? I mean, this is...
All in Wembley Stadium, bro.
It's the
fuck me.
And good for him too for not thinking that his biggest show of the year has to be at the same time as WrestleMania and trying to compete with that shit, because you can't compete with WrestleMania.
It's just not. It's not the same. Listen, and he shouldn't try to. He is a hardcore wrestling audience, hardcore wrestling fans. Like, it's a little bit more subject matters, more adult. It's great. And that's where people draw the comparisons to WCW. And it's a fucking shame that they do that, because they write it off right at that spot. I can't tell you how many old school wrestling fans are like, fuck that company, I'll never watch it, it's WCW light. And I look at all of them and I say the same fucking thing. You have zero idea what you're talking about right now. You haven't even given it a fucking chance. And that's your fucking problem, is that you haven't given it a fucking chance. If you think it's like WCW, it's actually more like ECW in terms of the indie nature of it. Because ECW was indie wrestling. I mean, it was a fucking bizarro world of people, and it was like a hodgepodge mix, and it was something for everybody. WCW wasn't like that. It wasn't something for everybody. It was giant stars who were no longer in WWE beating everybody else except for Goldberg.
And that's where, I mean, when they were doing a lot of their announcements last year, were former WWE people that they were bringing in. And I think that was legitimate at that point to say, hey, this feels a lot like WCW.
Granted.
But now when they're bringing in talent from other parts of the world, their roster's getting huge. And they need to really keep an eye on that.
Their roster has been huge. This is not like a fucking new thing.
No, but I mean, now we're talking about... the roster's getting huge and it's getting too much, but they're booking the same matches. You know, they're booking the same people, because kind of like Hogan did, some of the EVPs have a little bit too much control, a little bit too much say, and they're booking themselves in these positions, and sometimes you just need to take a step back and let somebody else have the spotlight.
Yeah, well, now they're not, because they're going to be out for quite a while, I guess, with the bicep injury and fucking, you know, I hope that they come back soon, man, because the tag team division is really good with them in it, and it makes things a hell of a lot more interesting.
And, you know, more props to them, because they've apparently been beat up for a while, and they've just been pushing through it.
Dude, those guys are fucking, they are pro wrestlers. Like, and again, those same fans who have never watched AEW, like, I fucking hate the Young Bucks. They've ruined wrestling. I'm like, are you fucking stupid? Like, you must be totally outside your fucking skull to think that they have ruined the wrestling business. No, just because you are not into their style of wrestling, they have... Name me another wrestler that was independent that fucking sold out of t-shirts at a major national fucking chain like Hot Topic. Go ahead, I'll wait. Not one.
And you also, like, you have to do a little bit of research too. You have to listen to the Young Bucks talk about, because a lot of people will say, well, they steal everything, they do everybody else's moves, and yeah, they'll fully admit that. They don't deny it. They said, hey, we weren't getting booked. We were being told not to do other people's stuff. We were trying to be original, and people weren't buying into it. And so I talked to my brother, and I said, hey, let's give it one more shot, and let's just do everybody else's shit, and let's just have fun with it. And if it gets over, great. If it doesn't, we'll be done. And it got over huge. And they did the Wolfpack thing. And they did, the DX chop. And they dressed like Michaels. And they did the super kick. And it got over. And so, like, well, I'm not going to not make money if this is getting over. If this is what people want to see, we're going to give it to them. They want to see us do other people's shit. So we're going to do other people's shit.
They want to see us play other people's hits.
Right.
We're a cover band. And they've made a ton of money being a fucking cover band, boy. And not saying that they haven't innovated, because they certainly fucking have, dude. Like, before them, I had never seen anybody do that fucking more bang for your buck shit. Or the fucking flipping tombstone pile driver, fucking the Meltzer driver. I'd never seen anything like that. I was like, these fucking guys are out of control.
Also with the way they market themselves, their savviness with their online presence.
The logos, the being in the now,
and for as much as Cody and
Kenny
Omega are given the props for starting AEW, they were right there at it too, and their names were right at the top with being able to start a company like this.
Honestly, dude, I think they are more important than any of those other guys in terms of like getting that done, because they were already stars at that point. They were just on the indie scene.
Nobody realizes that, like, without the Young Bucks, Cody doesn't become as big as he is.
Well, because he needed that affiliation with them to get eyes on him. Mm-hmm. Listen, people forget, man. People have short fucking memories when it comes to who helped you in the wrestling business, and like they'll like kind of like side eye somebody and be like, helped me. Motherfucker, every single person that put you over helped you get to where you're at. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't understand where fucking people get off thinking that this is like a one-man show. Mm-hmm. You can't get over without other people. I don't give a fuck how talented you are. Mm-hmm. You cannot get over. So you need a dance partner. Somebody needs to be able to dance with you. Yes, you may be technically better than everybody else, but it took Bryan Danielson fucking like 15 years to get to WWE. He's a fucking technical wizard. Mm-hmm. A wizard. There is not like Chris Jericho. There is nobody like Danielson in terms of technical wrestling ability. And he's fucking 5'8" and fucking, 205 pounds. Like, and it doesn't matter. He wrestled Brock Lesnar and it looked believable. Mm. That's a credit to that guy. That is a giant fucking credit to that guy. And people fucking forget that in the wrestling business, you need somebody else to make you. Stone Cold wouldn't have been Stone Cold without Jake Roberts cutting that fucking promo before he was like, talk about your Psalms, talk about your Bibles, talk about John 3:16. Austin 3:16 says, I just whipped your ass. If Jake Roberts did not fucking find God in parentheses and, start spouting Bible verses, that shit would have never happened. Mm-hmm. It would have been dust. Triple H was actually supposed to win that fucking King of the Ring. Yeah. And he got fucking jobbed out because of his boys fucking doing the curtain call at MSG. Yeah. You need somebody to put you over. Cody had the Bucks. Who do the Bucks have now? Who puts the Bucks over? That's the problem.
Yeah, there isn't anybody to put the Bucks over.
Exactly. That is the fucking problem.
Because they're at the top of that company. They are that company. And them, Kenny Omega, they are that company.
But yet they are treated as that, and that's because they're EVPs. Because they don't want to seem like it's nepotism.
Also, this whole CM Punk thing had a huge effect on that too. Which
I'm so fucking sick of it.
No, I know, but people that are loyal to CM Punk are never going to look at the Young Bucks as worth a damn ever again.
Listen, fuck CM Punk. I'll say it right here. CM Punk, I'll fucking meet you in any alleyway you want and I'll fight you. Done. I don't give a fuck. I'm a half a Momo. I can't fucking move really good. I haven't been in a fight in several years, but I can fucking tell you right off the jump, I will beat the fuck out of you. I'll beat you up, CM Punk. Forget biting, so you people biting each other and shit. I don't fucking play that shit.
It's not gonna mess around with your dog.
CM Punk is a fucking bitch, bro. Like, it went, like, okay, fine. If this was all storyline, I could understand him talking shit. But it's not. It's just him being a fucking asshole. And he's not even a drinker. So you can't even, Moxley's whole thing about, people getting drunk and fucking posting on fucking Twitter. That's not his, It's not his MO, so, what do you do?
His high is attention.
Fuck him. Anyway, make sure you reach out to us at Pro Wrestling Summit on Instagram, at PW Summit on Twitter. Make sure that you like, share, subscribe. Until later on today, go watch wrestling. Peace!